Hello, it's Sunday today, and I thought I would start preemptively my weekly reading vlog. So I was going to do originally, I did my first ever weekly reading vlog, and then I was going to do a weekend vlog and see how that went. But yesterday we did a whole organise of this room, and I moved my bookshelves around, so by the time this goes up you'll have seen that bookshelf reorganisation. So I thought instead of doing that, because today there's not really much going on, I thought I would just get a jump start on this week's reading vlog and do Sunday to Friday and see how that goes. As I said, I'm still working out exactly how this is going to work, what days I'm going to do, and obviously there are some other videos that I do want to start making, but it's still a work in progress. So it's quite a chilled day today. It's just after 12 o'clock. We've had a bit of a lazy morning, we had breakfast, and I am now in my new reading spot, which I love. I'm just still getting used to it. The chair is not the most comfortable, so this is probably the next thing that I will focus on changing, and I do want to put some artwork up because it just does look a bit plain. But I am currently reading Swift and Saddled by Lyla, and I am already 89 pages in, which is quite good. I'm finding it's reading really quickly. So this is about a woman called Ada who is an interior designer, and she gets a job on a ranch, Rebel Blue Ranch, and she, on her first day in the new city, city, I'm not sure exactly what you call it, she goes to a bar because she's hungry and she thinks that they have food. So she goes to this bar to try and get food. She bumps into this very attractive cowboy and on a whim decides to kiss him, then kind of realises what she's done, leaves and thinks, well, just going to chalk that up to bad decisions. But unfortunately for her, the cowboy that she kissed is actually the person that she's going to be working with on Rebel Blue Ranch and is technically her boss. So now she has the dilemma of working with him and obviously trying to not get too attached and attracted to him. So yes, I feel like we can see where this is going, but I'm enjoying it so far. I think the writing is really good, and you know, it's a small town romance, yes, cowboys, which is, I have read Done and Dusted, which is the first book in this series, and I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, this is the second one, and yeah, much the same, but still really, really good. So yeah, I'm just going to sit here and read this for the rest of the day, most probably. My nan is coming over later, so I'm not sure how much I'll actually get read because we usually just have a nice chat. She wants to come and see what we've done in the room. So yeah, I will hopefully check in with you a little bit later and give you an update on my reading programme. It's about 9:30 and I am about to get myself upstairs and into bed to read some books. So I thought I would give you a little bit of a reading update. So I have been reading more of Swift and Saddled by Lyla. I'm now 174 pages in, so quite a chunk of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it. I think with her other book, I just think the characters are really nice. I think it's really cute. It is a slow burn, which is one of my favourites. So yeah, I think it's just really cute, and I'm enjoying the tension and the romance building between the two main characters. So I'm looking forward to that. I think I can get this finished relatively quickly. So I will be doing it because I haven't actually read all that much today. So I checked in earlier and then my nan came round and then I read for maybe an hour and then we had something to eat and then we played D&D for 2 hours. So really, I'm just finding this is such a quick, fast read. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of this goes. But I'm going to put this down for the rest of the day and I think I'm going to read on my Kindle tonight. So I'm going to get into bed and I'm going to read more of One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. And yeah, so I started this, I can't remember if it was yesterday, it might have been yesterday night, and I've read one chapter, 17 pages, so I'm not really very far into this at the moment, so I'm not 100% on exactly what this is about. I know it's quite gothic, it's quite dark, it's just got all those sort of vibes which I am really looking forward to getting into. So I know that it's a main character called Elspeth, something like that, and that she has some voices. She has a voice in her head, and I've picked up there's some kind of magic and an illness, and if children get the illness, then they get this magic, and there's a certain type of magic that's unacceptable, and then there's these cards that are also magic, but they're okay. That's the vaguest and probably most nonsensical description but as I said, I've read one chapter, so I'm not 100% into it, but this is one that I've seen a lot of people really, really enjoy, and I've had it on my Kindle Unlimited list for ages and just not got round to it, so I've made a conscious effort to pick this one up, and then I've also got the second one borrowed as well, so if I really, really enjoy this, then I'll potentially get straight into the second one. So yeah, I'm going to get myself upstairs and into bed and hopefully read at least a chapter of this because I'm quite tired, and I will check in with you in the morning. Hello, it's now Monday morning and it's just right before I'm about to log in for work, so I thought, oh, there's Rosie. I thought I would give you a very quick reading update. So as I mentioned last night, I got into bed and started reading some of One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, but again I only read one chapter because I'm enjoying it so far. It is just I'm having to pay attention because of the world building, which is great, but I was just quite tired last night, so I decided in the end I read a chapter and just put it down, but I'm going to hopefully try and get more of this read today. But this morning I decided to pick Swift and Saddled back up by Lyla because I'm now 196 pages into this and the romance is romancing. I'm really enjoying it. I love the two characters. I just think they're really great. It covers some topics just to let you know, things like depression, which has been dealt with really well. I actually quite like it. It's not a very, very prominent part of the story, especially at the moment, but it has been talked about, and I think that's really important. So I really like that. I don't have too long left until this is finished, and so I'm hopeful that I'll get this finished either today or tomorrow. I'm working late today, so we will see. There's not much left at all, so I will hopefully give you an update on my lunch break and see where I am with reading then. Hello, I'm currently sat a little bit awkwardly because I've got Dottie on my lap and I didn't want to disturb her. Just about to see her ear poking up. So I'm on my lunch break and I have been reading more of Swift and Saddled by Lyla. Again, still really, really enjoying this. I'm 216 pages in and I think it's only 280 pages. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, it's 285 pages, so I'm less than 100 pages left. And as I said, I'm really enjoying it. I really like the romance. I think the two people are really great. I'm unsure because, as I said, I've less than 100 pages left. There hasn't really been much conflict, so I'm unsure if something's coming or not, because everything seems to be really great at the moment. Yeah, if not, then it's just a nice wholesome book, and that's great. But I do feel like there tends to be something, so we'll see if anything happens. But I am really, really hoping that I can get this finished tonight, because yeah, not many pages left, and it's been really good. I have been really enjoying it. The two characters are really good. I love the small town. Obviously it is a ranch, it's cowboys, but they're renovating a house and they're talking about all of the things inside the house, and that's really cool. And it just feels like really cute and wholesome. So I'm really enjoying that. So I will definitely catch up with you if I manage to finish this tonight, which I'm really hoping that I do. Hello, so it is now Tuesday and I finished my book last night. I didn't film an update because I finished it right before bed, which seems to be a theme for me. So yes, I've now finished Swift and Saddled by Lyla. I gave it 4 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. The last time I checked in, I said, oh, there's just under 100 pages left and everything seems to be going great. I'm not sure that there's going to be like any major conflict, you know, usually a third act breakup. There was a little blip, but what I really, really liked about this was the fact that then it was very minor. They had an issue and it was resolved and actually communicated quite quickly and resolved and all sorted, because that's the thing I hate the most about books, is the miscommunication trope, where it could have just been resolved with the two people who are adults just sitting down and having a legitimate conversation about their feelings, what they think is being said, or what, all those kind of things. So yes, I've now finished this, so I will be picking a new physical book. I'll probably do that a little bit later. I haven't read any more on my Kindle yet, but hopefully I will get to do that on my lunch break. Hoping later today I'm going to the gym and got to do some shopping, so I'm not sure when I will film later, but I'm sure I'll check it with you at some point. Hello, it is now 10 to 8 on Tuesday evening. I finished work, we went to the gym, we popped to Sainsbury's, had a look at the book aisle. I didn't buy anything, and Dave is currently cooking us tea, so I'm looking forward to that because I'm starving. And then once we've had tea, I'm going to have the nicest shower and get into bed and do some more reading. So I have been reading a little bit more of One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I'm only on chapter 4, I'm 42 pages in, so I'm still not 100% on exactly what's going on. A lot of setup, as I said. So the main character has this voice in her head, which is clearly a bad thing. And yeah, it's just setting it up. I can feel that it's going to be very moody and dark, and things are happening. But yeah, it's good. I'm just waiting to I just need to get really stuck in, like I said, hopefully I'll get into bed and I won't be too tired and I'll be able to really get a chunk of it read. The angle has probably changed ever so slightly because I just went and had my tea, and I was just about to talk to you about the physical book that I have picked up next, and that is Give Me More by Sara Cate. Now, as you can probably guess from the front of this book, this is a very spicy book. So this is the 3rd book in the Salacious Players Club series, and this one is a reverse harem. It is male, male, female. It does have some trigger warnings for it says internalized homophobia, child abuse mentioned, and child neglect. And as I mentioned, that these books are very, very spicy. They are about a group of friends who all band together and open up a club to help each other safely, without judgment, explore their kinks. So this one, I'll just read the back for you. Drake Nielsen gets around and he's not afraid to admit it. So when his best friend Hunter opens a salacious players club and asks him to head the construction, he jumps at the opportunity. Now he's travelling the country with Hunter and his wife Isabel, touring other clubs to network and get inspiration. But when a demonstration at a new club involves Isabel and Drake, it comes with something that Drake never saw coming: an invitation. Hunter wants Drake to sleep with his wife while he watches. Drake would do anything for Hunter and Isabel, but this is one request he should turn down. Isabel is a woman of his dreams, but she belongs to someone else. And the exact reason he should say no is one reason he says yes, because it's not only Isabel he wants. So this is obviously about friends and them exploring this relationship. So they are definitely an acquired taste, but I just really, really enjoy how Sara Cate writes, and I have read the other two books in the series. So this is the next one, and I haven't started it yet, but I have put my bookmark in just at the beginning because it did have the trigger warnings, so I just wanted to mention those. But I guess it's not a proper trigger warning list. It just has trigger warning, and then it's like a little note saying dear reader, and then it has the things, because originally I looked at it and it says about discovering bisexuality and exploring polyamory, but I'm not sure that they're necessarily trigger warnings, but I think it's more just these are things that are mentioned, so if those kind of things aren't for you, then probably wouldn't want to pick up this book. So that will be the next physical book that I read. I cannot wait to go and get into the shower and then read for the rest of the evening and potentially do some editing on this vlog, because I've just been filming and I haven't even started editing yet. So I will probably catch up with you tomorrow now. Good morning. It is now Wednesday, so we are officially halfway through the week, and it is going both really quickly and really slowly at the same time. I cannot decide which it is, but yeah, I've got quite a busy day at work today, but I did manage to do some reading last night, so I carried on reading One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I'm now just about 100 pages into it, I think. Yeah, I'm 101 pages in. I'm on chapter 10, and I will say it's still setting everything up, world building and sort of getting everything in place. I really, really like Rachel Gillig's writing style. I feel like it's really atmospheric. I can feel some tension. Obviously there's this whole magic system. The main character Elspeth is hiding this voice that she has in her head, this nightmare, and somebody has found out about it, so I wonder how that's all going to go. So yes, I am really enjoying it. It is a little bit not slow, but I'm taking it a little bit slower. I'm not, it's not super fast to read, but in a really good way. I'm really getting into it, so I am hoping that I can read some more of this later. But yeah, as I said, I'm still not 100% exactly on what is happening and how it's all going to unfold, but it's really, really good. And that is pretty much it. So yeah, I will keep you posted, and hopefully I'll get to read some more of this later this afternoon. I thought I'd check in after reading last night, so yeah, and again I will try and check in with you a little bit later. It is now 9:20 and I have been chilling for the evening, and I have started Give Me More by Sara, Cate, and I will say this starts from page 1. The only thing I will say is there is a prologue, so this is the third book in this series, and every single book starts with essentially the same prologue but with ever so slightly different, so it's a different perspective but it's the same scenario. Even though I understand why she's done it, it just does get a little bit repetitive because the first line in every single book is the same, then there's just like a little added bit and then it kicks off into the story. So I would say that the book, you don't necessarily need to read them in order, they're more like interconnected standalone because each book follows a different person. This one, now I don't feel like the others two started as intensely as this, but maybe they did and I'm just aware of it because now I have to talk about it. But I just feel like this one just straight away. So I am 36 pages in chapter 5, and yeah, I'm not sure what to say other than obviously, as I said, this married couple and their best friend, and there's already hints that they want to be more than friends, so we shall see how this goes. Yeah, I'm going to put this down for today and I'm going to get myself into bed with my Kindle and read some more of One Dark Window. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there for night and get myself into bed because I am very, very tired. I've been up for a while because Rosie decided to meow outside our door at about 5:30 this morning. Yeah, I've been awake since then. I will catch up with you tomorrow. It is the offending a Rosie Posy. Yes, it was you. She loves to come for a cuddle. Oh. So yeah, we will catch you later. Hello, it is now Thursday and the first time I'm checking in today. It is about 1:20. I'm on my lunch break. I did some reading this morning, well last night, and I said I was going to a bit this morning, and I just read a chapter on my lunch break of One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. So I'm about 200 pages into this now. I've just got to part 2 and yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. So they've just obviously built up the world. I understand a little bit more the magic system, which is really interesting. So there's the cards, and the cards, different cards hold different magic, and you use those cards in a particular way, which is really interesting. And the second part of this book now is them going on this quest type thing. They're going to find more of the cards that are missing, and that's really where I'm up to, and I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's really atmospheric, it's really moody and dark, and probably the perfect book to read in autumn, which is a weird thing to say when I'm reading it in spring, but nonetheless it's still really, really good. The male main character, who I have a feeling is going to be the love interest, is called like Raven, but it's spelt weirdly. So it's like Ravyn, and I keep wanting to be like Rav because that is a name, and then Yun, but Ravian isn't. Maybe it is Ravian, but I think it's meant to be Raven. But it keeps throwing me off every time. And then there's Elspeth, who is the main character, and I do have a feeling that the two of them are going to fall in love, of course, but we will see. Really enjoying it, and I can't wait to continue on with it. I really like Rachel Gillig's writing style. I have read, but I listened to the audiobook of The Night and the Moth, and that I actually want to physically read that because I think it was just really good. I really, really, really enjoyed that. So yeah, that is my plan. I am going to try and read a good chunk of this. I am going to get my hair done later, so I will hopefully have some time to read and then fresh hair. I haven't picked up anything else but this, so we shall see how I get on until later, and I'm sure I will catch up with you at some point later today. Hello, it is now just after 10 p.m. and I have had my hair done, which, because the lighting is so bad, you can't really tell at the moment, so I will definitely show you tomorrow in the light. But I did manage to get a chunk of One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig read, so I'm now on page 277, almost done really. I'm really enjoying it. There has been a plot point. Something has been revealed, which I guessed a little bit earlier in the book. I'm not sure if it was meant to be a big reveal, secret, or it was meant to be you pick up on it, but I had a feeling that was the case, and then what I thought was actually true. So yeah, that's the only thing. So it's definitely really getting into it now, and the romance is starting to pick up a bit. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can get this finished tomorrow, in all honesty, so then I can give you my final thoughts. I'm just trying not to say too much because I'm not sure what exactly would be a spoiler, but I do really like the magic system. I think the characters are really interesting. It's really atmospheric. It's nice and gloomy and moody, and it's giving me all those vibes. So I'm going to get myself into bed and read this for the rest of the evening and see how far I get. Hello and happy Friday. It's finally the end of the working week. I feel like this week has, I think I said this before, has gone both ridiculously quickly but also slowly. I got, like, the individual days seem to have dragged, but the week as a whole seems to have gone really quickly. So I am really looking forward to it finally being the end of the work week and it's almost the weekend. So yes, you can sort of see my hair now, but I have slept on it, so my friend is looking a bit crazy because I haven't sorted it. But yeah, it's much more red. So I did some more reading last night. Of course, I was reading One Dark Window, but I only got to page 290, so I only read another chapter. But it's still, really interesting. And yeah, I really want to power through it today. I really want to try and get it finished. So I am definitely going to read it on my lunch break, and then after work I think I'm just going to get myself cozy in the armchair and just read it for the rest of the evening. So yeah, I will keep you updated on my progress. Hello from me and Dottie, who has decided that the best place to sit is on top of the headrest. Oh, she's gone. Okay. I think she's seen something that she likes in the window. So yes, I thought I would quickly check in because I have got to part 3 of One Dark Window. So I'm in the final stretch. I think it's either just under or just over 100 pages to go. I'm on page 323, and yes, it has really started to ramp up. So this is the last sort of part of the book I'm really looking forward to getting into. The romance has kicked in, and that kicked in at around 70%, which is my preferred sort of time frame. I really don't like when, particularly like romantasy fantasy books, the romance starts quite early. I really like a slower burn, so that, more of a build up of these two characters, really seeing them grow and understand them, finding that attraction for each other. So this has been really good for that. It hasn't been a really fast sort of insta love, which is not my preferred type of romance. So that's been good. There's been some reveals, there's been some intrigue, so I'm just curious now to see how everything is going to, well, I was going to say how everything is going to wrap up, but considering I know that this is a duology, so there is a second book, I don't know if it will or it will continue on to the second book. But I'm really intrigued to see how the rest of the story will go and see how, what's going to happen. I am really hoping that I can get this finished, which I'm confident that I will get this finished tonight. And I might even start the next one immediately, which is quite rare for me. I tend to flick in and out of things and will read one book in a series and then read something else, but I'm thinking, but I might want to just pick the next one up straight away, so I will check back in once I have finished this, which again I'm hoping will be tonight, and see how it all pans out. So I have just finished One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I gave it 4.5 stars. The end of this book has me shocked, so shocked. I don't even have the words. The third part of this book was insane. I was hooked. It really just pulled everything together. It was the twists, the everything. But yes, I really enjoyed this. But yeah, 4.5 stars. Just I will say that personally for me, I found it's just the beginning I found a little bit difficult to get into, but I don't know, 4.5 for now. I will think about it, possibly bump it up to 5, but I really enjoyed this, and I will potentially be picking up the next one straight away just because I need to know what happened. But as in next on my Kindle, but I am going to read a bit more of Give Me More, which I've left in there, so that's not good, to get a big chunk of that done. So I will come back because it is only 7:10, so I will come back later tonight and do a full wrap up and close out this vlog, but I just thought I needed to tell you that I finished it. I'm shocked. It is now just after 10:30 and I thought it was probably time to wrap up this vlog. So I have been reading Give Me More by Sara Cate for the rest of this evening. I'm just under halfway through. Really enjoying it. It is very sexy, very kinky. Yeah, I'm really enjoying that, so I'll probably get a lot of that read tonight once I get into bed. Yeah, I think this actually is my favourite so far, but we shall see. This is the third book in the series. The first one was my favourite, but I actually think this one might beat it, so we'll see. I will surely update you in the next video. So in terms of books that I finished during this vlog, of course I finished One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I gave this 4.5 stars. I have decided to keep it at 4.5 for now. I really enjoyed it. It was amazing, really atmospheric. I really liked the romance. I thought it wasn't rushed. It seemed to build quite nicely. The magic system is really unique and really different, and I really enjoyed that. The ending of this had me speechless, absolutely shook, and I can't wait to pick up the next book in this duology. And then obviously the first book that I finished during this vlog was Swift and Saddled by Lyla. I gave this 4 stars. This is the second book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. Again, really enjoyed this. I liked the romance between Wes and Ada. I liked the fact that there wasn't a third act breakup, that the two people just communicated, small town vibes, and yeah, I can't wait to carry on with this series. So yeah, I think that's pretty successful with the books that I read. So yes, I think I'm going to end here. So thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Bye.